Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell the Hare Krishna mantra loudly, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I make many praises and also many express gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. We are doing Bhagavath Katha. We are in the first Canto, chapter 5. Today we will be doing the 10th verse. I shall repeat the 10th verse slowly 3 times. Please repeat me. After that I shall do the narration. Na yad. Please tell loudly, please. Na yad vachasa chitrapadam hare yesho jagat pavitram pragnirta karchit tat vayasam tirtam ushanti manasa na yatra hamsa nirmanti ushikashyaha na yad vajaschitra padam hare yesho jagat pavitram pragrita karichit tadvayasam tirtam ushanti manasa na yatra hamsa nirmanti ushikshayah na yad vachasaha chitrapadam hare yesho jagat pavitram pragnarita karhit tad vayasam kirtam ushtanti manasa na yatram hamsa niramanti ushikshayah na yad vachasa chitrapadam hare yesho jagat pavitram pragnarita karhit tad vayasam tirtam ushnanti manasa na yatra hamsa nirmanti ushnikshayah. The word to word meaning of this verse is, आप अंग्रेजी जानते हैं ना? Na, not, yet, that, vachaha, vocabulary, chitrapadam, decorative, harehe, of the Lord, yashaha, glories, jagat, universe, pavitram, sanctified, pragita, described, karechit, hardly, tat, that, vayasam, crows, tirtam, place of pilgrimage, ushanti, think, manasaha, saintly persons, na, not, yatra, where, hamsaha, all perfect beings, niramanti, take pleasure, ushikshayah, those who reside in the transcendental abode. These words, those words which do not describe the glories of Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since all the perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. In yesterday's verse, Narada Maharshi had told that to Vyasa Bhagavan, he has given the instruction, because earlier Vyasa Bhagavan expressed some doubts. He is compiling so He has already compiled Mahabharata, the great epic. He has written the 18 Puranas, Upavaranas, but he was not satisfied. He has, on the instruction of Narada, started the compilation of Bhagavatham in 12 cantos. But just we are in the 5th chapter of 1st canto. At that time, he was still feeling sad that he is not doing it in a proper way. He is all knowledge because he is himself. Vyasa Bhagavan himself is the incarnation of Sri Krishna Paramatma. In Dwapara Yuga, there were 5 incarnations of Krishna Paramatma. One is Vyasa Bhagavan, the other one is Arjuna, Krishna Bhagavan himself, as well as his son Pradyumna and his grandson Aniruddha. So 5 incarnations of Krishna were there. So Vyasa Bhagavan was all knowledge. He himself is a spiritual master by himself. Because at the time of birth, he was already 16 years old. He did not take birth like us, as a small child. So still, though he is all Sarvagna, he was feeling sad that compilation of Bhagavatam is not going properly. So at that time, Narada Maharshi appeared before him and he told Vyasa Bhagavan why he is sad. Then when he told there is some deficiency, you please advise me. So at that time, Narada Maharshi, he said, you are all Sarvagna, you know everything. But in spite of that one, I shall tell you that this whatever you are compiling, they should have the transcendence of the Supreme God. So like that. Otherwise, the persons who know the transcendence of God are saintly persons. Otherwise, who do not know about the transcendence of God, if they think that just Krishna was only a magician and other things, they are all fools. They are cowards. They do not know anything. They deceive others. Like that. They are like crows. આજકાલ તો we don't find crows in the cities. Cities where it has become extinct. Maybe in villages it is there. But otherwise, it has become extinct in cities. So, since all the perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. Please come this side, please. Now Bhagavath Katha is going on. This will be there for till 9:30. You can sit and participate in this Bhagavath Katha. If anybody is not understanding, I can explain in Telugu or Hindi. If you understand English, I will continue only in English. Crows and swans are not birds of the same feather because of different mental attitudes. Crows are black in color. That itself is the main thing. And swans are white. Swans are white. So, like that, there is even in mental attitudes also they are differ. They are not equal. The fruity workers or fasted men are compared to the crows. जो भी मानव लोग who are after the rajasic desires, I want to become president or prime minister. Not just I am telling that, but even if you want to earn a lot of money in crores, or you want to possess a very valuable car, or you want to have lot of gold and silver, all these are rajasic guna. All these are rajasic guna. If all these people who come under these who have these desires, they are all considered to be like crows. Today crows have become extinct, but otherwise they are like crows. So I don't say that you should not have any desires. You should have, but again that also differs. You should have in a genuine way. You follow the dharmic path. You follow dharma and you earn any crores of rupees and whatever valuables you want, you can possess, buildings, cars, everything you can possess. But only thing is you also need to share. You also need to share with others. Just accumulating and putting it in the locker will not help anyone. Whenever some needy is required for proper this thing, again for some wrong, if they are going to take something from you and you misuse it for some wrong thing, whatever sin they commit, you will become the shareholder of that sin. So before helping others, you should see that it is utilized properly. And all the desires, whatever you have, God knows what you need to possess, what you don't need to require. All those things Krishna Paramatma knows. he will well give in appropriate time. So the fruitive workers or passionate men are compared to the crows, whereas all the perfect saintly persons are compared to the swans, because they are not only white, they have sattvic guna, sattvic character, intellectuals. They are intellectuals. So that is the reason they are compared to these swans. The crows take pleasure in a place where garbage is thrown out. Nowadays, crows are not coming, the pigeons are coming. That is a big nuisance, because of pigeons, you should never. When I see many people on the roads, they are just filling the grains and other things for the pigeons. We should never do that, because pigeons, whatever they malmooth jo karte hai pigeons, if we'll get infected, we get asthma out of that. And not only that, many other infections come. So we should try to avoid pigeons. We should try to avoid. Hare Krishna. You can sit and continue in the Bhagavath class. You can sit and have the darshan. And like that, so the crows take pleasure in place where the garbage is thrown. Whereas this swan, it's not like that. Just as passionate fruitivers take pleasure in the wine and women places for gross sense pleasure. Why men not compared to the crows, please? Because men, they have lot of desires. They go to the pubs, they have wine, they do the gambling, and they go to prostitution and with other women also. For that reason, they are compared to the crows. So, just to take the gross sense pleasure, it's only for a few minutes or hours they have that happiness. But otherwise, they also be suffering. The suffering and enjoyment, they come like a life cycle. It comes and goes. Nothing is permanent. And nothing is, even suffering also is not permanent. Once you are suffering, then you will take some steps to overcome those sufferings. Like that, it can be any type of steps. Whether it is medicines for if you are suffering with some disease, or if you are suffering with financial activity, take some other steps to develop yourself, like that. So, they are instead seen in the atmosphere of natural scenic beauty, where there are transparent reservoirs of water nicely decorated with stems of lotus flowers in variegated colors of natural beauty. These swans, they don't go near the garbage or anything or such places, but they select a place where clean water is there with lotus in it and all those things. They enjoy their life, they spend like that. Like that, the saintly persons who are intellectuals, they realize what is life. What is life? And they that is the difference between the two classes of birds. Similarly, saintly persons and rajasic persons, that is the difference. Because this life, we have taken many lives earlier. Many lakhs of lives, we do not know in what form. Whether it is animals or birds or trees. Trees also living beings, but only they are immovable. But we do not know which form they have taken. We do not remember any of those things. Presently, God has, out of kindness and sympathy, He has given us the human form with intellect. With intellect, buddhi. He has given us intellect also. Using this intellect, we need to go back to our home. Go back to our home means every day we go to home. It's not that we are not going home. That is not our home. That's only a temporary home till this body is there. Once the body is away, the Atma leaves this thing. This body is nothing but it has passes. They put it in the garbage. They put it just for the crows to eat, birds to eat. Whereas we, who have some intelligent this thing, we do the cremation or burying it. All those things we do. So like that, body is only something like the thing which is put in garbage. Only for human beings, this burying and cremation is taking place. For animals, we are doing anything? No, because they can't do, we don't do it. We don't perform. Of course, in Ramayana, Rama has performed the burying of demons, the Jatavati bird, all those things he has done. According to Vedic rites, not just dig soil and put it there and bury. According to Vedic rites, he has done it. But we will not do for those things for animals or birds. So, like that, there is a difference between the swan and crow itself and the birds. Similarly, nature has different species of life, different mentalities, and it is not possible to bring them into the same rank and file. Each individual has having different desires. We can't say everyone to be same, either in the looks or in the possession of wealth, or they were rich or poor, their work, we do not know. Each individual is different. Even among the one family itself, mother and son, parents and children will differ with each other, brothers will differ with each other, sisters will differ each other. There is no similarities within the same this thing. It's a very rare that two twins, identical twins, they are there. They have same qualities, that also very rarely they have. Otherwise, even though in looks they appear to be same, they also have different characters while performing their karma. One may become doctor, the other may become engineer. One may be rich, one may be poor. That also happens. Only by looks they may be identical. So nature has influenced different species with different mentalities, and it is not possible to bring them up in the same rank and file. Similarly, there are other different kinds of literatures for different types of men of different mentality. Originally, when the creation was made, only one Veda was created by the Supreme God, Krishna Paramatma, who is in Goloka Vrindavana along with Radharani. Many people have doubt that why Radharani is not married during the Dwapara Yuga. During the Dwapara Yuga, again that Krishna and in Bhagavatham there is no mention of Radharani at all. There is no mention of, in Vysadeva Purana there is the mention of that, in that Purana there is mention about Radha is there, but she is never married to Krishna. Because in Goloka Vrindavana, in the original abode, Krishna, because we also, if see, we don't, Hare Krishna, in the, if we are alone, we will don't find any pleasure. We need some company. We try to have some friends or relatives or our spouse or something like that. Similarly, Krishna in the Goloka Vrindavana, which is the ultimate place after all the Akhila Kota Brahmanda. The entire Akhila Kota Brahmanda is in 75% of the space. In the 25% that Goloka Vrindavana is there, where Krishna is there, he created Radharani as his companion. Radharani as companion means as a bhakti affection, prema. See, for the difference between bhakti and prema is nothing. Both are same, one and the same. Among our human beings, if we our affection to mother is called as Matru Vatsalya, to the father it's Pitru Vatsalya, Putra Vatsalya, like that, different. The love between man and husband and wife is Kama, like that, different names are given. Similarly, the affection, the prema, love we show it to the God is known as bhakti. So, out of his affection, he created a form, Radharani, who is there as in the bhakti form. She is never a consort of this thing. And again, during the creation, in Akhila Kota Brahmanda, what you are seeing, not in one Brahmanda. In this Brahmanda, there are many planets are there. Even scientists have agreed. Venus planet is there, Mars planet is there, Saturn planet is there, everything, even scientists have agreed. And scientists themselves are told that many Milky Way oceans are there. Milky Way oceans, that is Kshira Samudra. In every, the number of hairs on our body, we can't count, it's in crores. Similarly, crores of universes are there. In all universes, one Vaikunta, one Kailasa and one Brahmaloka is there. In the Vaikunta, the Goloka and the Krishna Paramatma, after creating his own bhakti form of Radharani, he himself, from his navel lotus stem sprouts, in the lotus stem, Chaturmukha Brahma is created, the first creature. Along with him, Veda is created. Veda is it is not in the printed form, because that was only creation time. He has instructed the Veda in the form of sound, Dvani, to Chaturmukha Brahma. And from Chaturmukha's mind, when he was asked to continue the creation, Krishna Paramatma instructed the Chaturmukha Brahma to continue the creation in all the lokas. So out of mind he created 4 Varasaputras and he asked them to continue the progeny. They said, we are devotees of God, we know what we need to do, we don't want to continue the creation. He got anger. After that anger mood, he created Shiva. Shiva is created 4th, but he finds the 2nd place after Mahavishnu, because Mahavishnu in the all Vaikunthas, Krishna Paramatma has created Mahavishnu is all Vaikunthas, and Radharani became the Lakshmi Devi in the all Vaikunthas. Like that, Lakshmi Devi became the consort of the Mahavishnu. And from the Mahavishnu navel, Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma has come, and Chaturmukha Brahma Shiva has come. But they are having several gunas, qualities, characters. But otherwise, 64 are important for Sri Krishna Paramatma. Out of 64, Brahma is possessing only 45 out of it, Shiva is possessing 52. So like that, having the gunas, more gunas, Shiva finds the 2nd place. Otherwise, other than Krishna, in Goloka Govinda, all are only living beings like us, excepting Mahavishnu. Again in Goloka Govinda, Krishna himself as Paravasudeva, he transformed into 4. One is Paravasudeva, the other one is Aniruddha, Pradyumna and Sankarshana. Sankarshana takes the place of Adishesha in all Vaikunthas, as well also is the part of Shiva. He is also part of Shiva, because during the annihilation of all the universes, Sankarshana, Shiva will take, Shiva's major part is there. So like that. So coming back to this thing, he has created Veda, Krishna Paramatma has created one Veda. This was during Dwapara Yuga, this about 5250 years back, when Vyasa Bhagavan has incarnated here. He, for the benefit of us, because he saw his divine vision that Kali Yuga is coming. In Kali Yuga, people will never understand the Vedas. He split one Veda into 4 Vedas. Rigveda, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. Like that 4 Vedas created. After that, he thought because learned scholars could not learn those Vedas also, 4 Vedas. Only few people had 4 Vedas knowledge, other people 2 Vedas or 1 Vedas or part of the Veda. So he has compiled the Mahabharata, and this can be accessed by anyone in all the Varnas, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, everybody can access. And these Varnas were created only for the purpose of to avoid the competition. To avoid the competition, it was created. Brahmins were the teachers, doctors, acharyas, like that. And they were also teaching archery to the weapon, how to use weapons to Kshatriyas. They were teaching how to farm, how to do the business to the Vaishyas. They were also teaching the Shudras how to do their duties to all the 3 Varnas, helping each other. To avoid the work, they have divided. On the basis of work, they were divided, not according to the birth. Birth is not the criteria at all. Of course, nowadays what's happening? Because everyone have mingled. We are not continuing that type of categorization. Brahmin does the scavenging work, Shudra does the Brahmin work, like that. Everywhere you go to any office, you find every type of people, lot of competition is there. Thousands of people will be standing for interviews for one post. For one post, thousands of people will be standing. Like competition has taken place. To avoid the competition, at that time Varnas were created. There were no castes. There was no caste. Caste system has came into existence only 500 years ago when these Britishers occupied our country. And that was furthermore divided into ABCD categories, special categories, minority, majority, all those things. And they have created nuisance just to grab the vote bank. Just to grab the vote bank they have done. Otherwise there was no caste system at all. And there was no untouchability, what Mahatma Gandhi expects. Untouchability, he has created an Harijan group. Nothing was there. In the Gurukuls, free education was given, free shelter was given, free clothing was given, free food was given, and all were there. In the Gurukula, Brahmins were there, Kshatriyas were there, Vaishyas were there, and Shudras were also there. They were imparted according to the requirement of knowledge. They imparted the knowledge according to their requirement. It's nothing but all this the caste creation, all these things were brought by Britishers and continued by the present politicians for vote bank, for the power, to grab the power. Otherwise, there is nothing like untouchability. During the Rama time of Rama, Shabari, she is a tribal lady. She was doing the service of Matanga Maharshis. She was arranging all the prasadam for them. She was washing their clothes. She was maintaining all the ashrama clean, neat and clean. When Rama has come, she has offered the food. Rama has accepted it. There is nothing like that. So all this came only for political reason, for power purpose. Presently they are doing it. So we shall not go into that one. So since people are not understanding, Vyasa Bhagavan has written the Mahabharata in 60 lakhs verses, out of which 1 lakh verses is available on the earth. Balance 59 lakhs verses are available in different planets where the Mahabharata preaching is going on with his disciples. So after doing that one, again he has compiled 18 Puranas and Upapuranas, like Vishnu Purana, Markandeya Purana, so many Puranas, 18 Puranas, Upapuranas he has compiled. And even that was very difficult for people to understand during the Kali Yuga. So he started compiling Bhagavatham. In that while he has done this Bhagavatham in 12 cantos with 18,000 verses. So here in this Kali Yuga time, we can't understand even one word of this Bhagavatham also until it is explained in detail. So mostly the market literatures which attract men of the crows categories or literatures containing refused remnants of senseless topics. In the market you find many Mahabharata copies, Ramayana and Bhagavatam, but they are all made by the subsequent poets and pandits to meet their own this thing, to make money, because earlier Vyasa Bhagavan has not, though he has compiled so many literatures for us, he never expected a single line. At that time this currency was not there, he did not make any wealth. Whatever he has done to disciples, he has explained it in the form of sound. Nothing, there was no printing material was available. Only presently, because printing material was available, and for doing it here in all the ISKCON temples, not only in this ISKCON temples, in this ISKCON temple as well as in Tirumala also, they do the preaching. They don't expect any money. We don't expect money. If you want, you can contribute, put it in hundi. But whereas there are so many other fake acharyas, fake people to attract people to make money, they have changed the versions. The Mahabharata, Ramayana, which are shown in Disney Hotstar or Ramana Sagar, B.R. Chopra, again it is for commercial purpose. To attract people, they have changed the entire story at all. This Mahabharata in the Disney Hotstar is 100% wrong. At least B.R. Chopra is 30 to 40% is right. And Ramana Sagar is also, it's like that only. So they have, for their own requirement to attract the people, they change the story itself. So we need to go by the authorized scriptures or given by to Vyasa Bhagavan. Vyasa Bhagavan through his disciples, it is coming to us. What Prabhupada has given, the Bhagavatam, it is the original scripture coming through this Vyasa Bhagavan's disciples. It's translated to different languages because we have so many languages in the world today. For everyone to understand, and he has translated in a proper way. Because the same Bhagavatam was explained by Sukamarshi, the son of Vyasa Bhagavan, to Parikshit Maharaja during the 7th day and night. Because in that 7th day and night, Parikshit Maharaja had a curse that he would die with a snake bite. So all the 7 days and nights, without having thirst or hunger, Sukamarshi has narrated the entire Bhagavatam, 12 cantos, 18,000 verses to Parikshit Maharaja in the form of slokas only. And he has understood because he was a Sanskrit scholar. Parikshit Maharaja was also a Sanskrit scholar, he could understand. Today we don't understand. That is the reason why it has been so many, each word-to-word meaning and translation is given, and also there are many hidden understanding is there in the slokas which can be understood only in the satsang. You can possess the books. Even the Bhagavatam, the original version is available in the bookstall in the temple. You can have that one. By reading that one, definitely you can understand to some extent. But hidden things, has to be understood only by participating in the satsang. And there are generally known as mundane talks in relation with the gross body and subtle mind. Already I have told you in detail, to make money, people have to change the versions of this thing. So they are full of subject matter described in decorative language, full of mundane similes and metaphorical arrangements. Yet with all that, they do not glorify the Lord. They all, because of changes, what's happening is they have not glorified the God. Such poetry and prose on any subject matter is considered decoration of a dead body. Actually, a dead body should not be taken by decorating with flowers and all. That is wrong. Again, it is coming from the time of Britishers and Mohammedans. They do that one, and we are following them. That should not be done. As we have come, we need to go like that. We have come nakedly, without clothes. We need to go without clothes, but they spread only a white cloth. White cloth, tie it to this thing and take it. It should be done like that. Otherwise, we should never decorate with flowers. That is all Mohammedans and English people's version. Such poetry and prose of any subject is considered decoration of dead body. Spiritually advanced men who are compared to the swans do not take pleasure in such dead literatures. Because swans are white in color, they denote Shweta, white color. Why I wear white dress? It's a peace for the mind. You will not have an attraction with any color or anything in the material world. Like that. Yet with all that, they do not glorify God. These literatures in the modes of passion and ignorance are distributed under different labels, but they can hardly help the spiritual urge of the human being. Unknowingly, person who does not have proper knowledge, Ramayana means, okay, we'll go and buy it in the bookshop. Mahabharata, we'll go and buy it in the bookshop. Like that they buy. But they need to see who is the author, proper author, and whether it is the original work or not, they need to see. There are Bhagavatham and Mahabharata copies even from other Ramakrishna missions. They are also original form. Mahabharata and Ramayana, we here in this temple we have only short form, but the original form is available from the Gorakhpur press and Ramayana. What I am doing Mahabharata and Ramayana is from the Gorakhpur press only. Its original shloka and original narration is there. They did not give anything, elaboration is there. It is not at all for attracting anyone, and it is given at very subsidized price. Subsidized price. There is a Gita stall in the railway station. All their editions are available there. On platform number 1 it is there. So that only, even ISKCON uses only Gorakhpur, this thing, Mumbai temples for Mahabharata and Ramayana. It is authorized scripture. Like that, we need to see what is authorized. Bhagavatham by Prabhupada is the original scripture. These literature, the mode of fashion, ignorance are distributed with different labels, but they can hardly help the spiritual urge of the human being. And thus, fan-like spiritual advanced men have nothing to do with that. Such spiritually advanced men are called also Manasa, because they always keep up the standard of the transcendental voluntary service to the Lord on the spiritual plane. It's not for praising myself. I'm not telling. I don't try to earn anything. I don't have any desires. God is taking care of. God is taking care of. I'm well off. My son, unlike other people who take the old parents, put them in the old age home, they go away to abroad or do earnings. My son and daughter, they are not doing. They are taking care of me. I'm well off. So I do not have any desires. My work is only for preaching about Krishna. Such spiritually advanced men are also called Manasa. So this completely forbids spiritual activities to grossly bodily sense satisfaction or subtle speculation of the material egoistic mind. So if I am using car to come over here or to go, it is not, it's only a facility to come here. I need something to come here and go. So if I am using some vehicle means it's not out of desire, it's out of requirement. It's the essence today. It's the essence. If I have to do a proper time preaching, I need to have independency. If I have to depend upon the government conveyance, it takes a lot of time in traveling itself, and it's not possible also. For that purpose, if I am purchasing a car, no one should feel that I am having personal desire or like that. So certain essential things are there. If I have some food or fruits or some dress like simple dress like this, nothing, it's not a desire. This clothes, why we are wearing? Everyone. You might be wearing color dress and I am white dress. But everybody is wearing the dress to protect their own bodies, to do the service of Krishna. To do the service of Krishna. So, whether you are a lawyer, a businessman, industrialist or a doctor, you do your duty. I will never recommend that you should leave all those things, renunciate and become a monk. We grihasthas, householders are more auspicious than any others, because all the other three categories, that is brahmacharis, vanaprasthas and sannyasis, they are doing their, they are also required for this world, for preaching our literatures. But otherwise, they are being, they are running their activities, preaching activities from the charity given by householders. So we are more auspicious. If brahmachari comes, we give him charity. If vanaprastha comes, we give him charity. If sannyasi comes, we give charity. And we also, not only at that one, we take care of so many guests at our home, we maintain our own families, we do help others like that. So we need to do, if for the glorification of God, socially literate men, scientists, mundane poets, theoretical philosophers and politicians are completely absorbed in the material advancement of sense pleasure or all dolls of material energy. All politicians, everybody, they are just Rajasic gunas. Of course, our Prime Minister is having little sattvic. Wherever he goes, like we give anybody this thing, he gives the Bhagavath Katha, he does worship to the God and he respects all the demigods, and he is also ruling the country in a proper way. Our GDP has increased now, which was 3 something, now it has gone to 8.5 or 9. The GDP has increased. Originally when Britishers occupied our country at that time, our GDP was 27. That 27 became almost 0. And it has slightly increased, came to 3. For the last 70 years, it was only some 3 to 4, but now it has come within last 7 to 8 years, 10 years, now it has gone to 9. So like that, all these politicians, business people, all mundane poets, scientists, they are all have Rajasic qualities itself. They take pleasure in place where rejected subject matters are thrown. According to the Swami Sridhara, one of the Goswamis along with the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is the pleasure of the prostitute hunters. But literatures which describe the glories of Lord are enjoyed by the Paramahamsas who have grasped the essence of human activities. Again, while I told Grihasthas, householders are great. Similarly, Paramahamsas, they have renunciated, they have taken monk and they are doing their services for preaching, leaving their own family. Even Prabhupada, just he went with $20, $30, I don't remember. He went to US and he has expanded with so many activities out of charities or itself. And he has renunciated his own wife, children, his parents, everybody and left. Similarly, there are so many acharyas. Our J. Swami, my acharya, J. Swami, Chinna J. Swami, who is my acharya, he has renunciated at the age of 23 years, his family. But he is doing all his preaching for the benefit of the entire world. Prabhupada has also, for the benefit of the entire world, he has done the preaching. So like that, they are very great people. Saints are very great people. So while doing our activities, karma, whether business or your own profession, whatever activities, when you do that one, also you remember God. Because what is our ultimate aim? Can any one of you tell? Apart from regular 1 or 2 devotees, can anyone tell what should be our ultimate goal? Back to Godhead, yeah. Well, that is called as salvation, moksha, liberation. Because we have taken many lakhs of lives as animals and insects, birds, like that. And out of very great difficulty, God has given us the opportunity. as a human form with intellect. Nobody is having this intellect, and even devatas, demigods, they will not cannot perform any punya or karma. Only we can have. We have the facility to do the papa or punya. If we do punya without desires, again punya there are two different. This one papa is iron shackles. So punya is golden shackles. If you do punya, you go to Uttama Lokas, like some Devendra Loka or Pitu Loka, but you come down again once you finish that punya is diminished. But papa is anyway, it's only suffering. So we need to do punya only, but without desires. We need to do punya without desires. Our life should be like a tree. Our life should be like a tree. Tree, you know how many types it's giving us for everybody, not only for us. For even animals also it is giving so many things. It is giving us oxygen. If you go to hospital, it will cost you 1.5 lakh per day. But it is free of cost. It is taking our CO2 what we release. And the leaves like palak, kodagura, chamakura, all those things we use it for our food. Otherwise some mango leaves we use it for decoration. Banana leaves we use it for eating or for decoration. Again it gives us fruits, vegetables, we all take it. So like that, vegetables are giving all. And that when you, in the sun and rain, when you go and sit under the tree, it gives us shelter from the rain and sun. It's also doing that. And what is that we are doing? We are cutting it off. Now skyway is going to come in between the Karkana and Siddipet. Similarly on Mechal Road, they are going to cut off some thousands of trees. What they are going to do? They cut the stems. Of course, again we are using these as furnitures. Or like that is happening. So our life should be like a tree, that when you go under the tree and take some fruits, it does not mean this fruit is mine, don't take it. It will never say. You can take the fruit, vegetables, it will never say you don't take. Like that, our life should be there. If you have all desires, when you go to any other devatas temple, demigod temples, in English it is not demigod, devatas, you need not ask them because they are performing their own duties very well. According to Krishna, whatever duties are given to them, they are doing. They can't give you salvation, or any of your desires cannot be fulfilled. So when you go there just to pray to them, oh Swami or Devi, please give me devotion in Krishna. When you come here, it is better you don't declare your desire. You have your desires with you, but don't declare anything. But Krishna knows, because we are all his children, he knows what to give, when to give. He will give you at the appropriate time. If at all you want to express your desire, go and tell Krishna, Krishna give me, let my this desire be fulfilled. You can ask him. So, like that, we need to remember Krishna at the end of the time. In Bhagavath Katha, 8th chapter from 5th sloka, Antakale cha mame utte kadavara, till Pranakale Manasa Vacha, 11th verse, he has expressed with what way we need to leave the body. Atma, soul should leave the body. If you, whatever you end of life, we might get only fraction of second, not even second. In that fraction of second, if you remember Krishna in any form, you will be getting salvation. Like that. So, in Kali Yuga, since we have less time, Krishna Paramatma has incarnated as the devotee Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has given us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We shall chant this Hare Krishna Mantra 10 times and disperse for now. Today evening we have Ramana class, and again tomorrow morning we have Bhagavatham at the same time. So we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra now 10 times and disperse for now. Please repeat with me loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Loudly please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Swasti Pravyapayantya Nyayena Margena Mahimeshaha Govashubhastu Nityam Samasta Lokas Vinovantu Kayena Vacha Manasi Nruvya Buddhyatve Sabhavat Karomi Yedyat Parasai Narada Sarpami Srimad Sarvam Krishnaarpastu Mangalam Nitya Saman Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki Jai Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Jai Sri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai Sri Bhairab Maharaj ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai Sri Panchatattva ki Jai Sri Madhvan Granth ki Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mantra ki Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. This is on live.